Hey, my name's Seth Hawkins.
And I'm Sean DeRoe, and we're here to talk about saving better for retirement.
Absolutely. Well, let's first talk about the word retirement. I want you, as you're listening to this, to be thinking about what does retirement look like in your mind, whether it's sitting on a beach, self-funded ministry, whatever it is, retooling. Be thinking about that as we use this word.
It's a good point, Seth. And don't forget that saving for retirement is also biblical. Proverbs 6 tells us that we should be like that ant and save appropriately for our winter years.
Absolutely. Not only that, we want to take care of ourselves. We also, many of us want to leave a legacy. We want to take care of those that follow us, as well as having the opportunity to be able to contribute to a cause that we believe in. Those are all important things that can really come from proper retirement planning.
So, Seth, let's talk about some savings benchmarks.
The first number is going to be 80%. Financial professionals typically encourage individuals to expect to spend about 80% of their pre-retirement income in retirement. Now, for some people that are closer to retirement, Sean, that you might know that figure. You might know that percentage. Those who are further out, 80% is a good figure to target.
Yeah, that's a good point. Another good benchmark is that you should have at least 8 to 10 times your income in retirement. By that, you just take your income, your last couple of years of income, multiply by 8, 9, or 10, and that's the amount you should have. But if you don't, no worries. We're going to give you some strategies to get there.
Absolutely. You can't talk retirement either without Social Security. For many of us, it's going to be a big part of that 80%. So make sure you understand anywhere between 20 to 40% on average of your 80% is going to be supplied by Social Security. Now, I know there's some question marks about Social Security, so continue to plan ahead. Maybe it's not going to be there, maybe it is, but be sure to plan accordingly, knowing that Social Security could very well be part of the equation.
That's so important because we only can control what we can control.
Yeah.
And one of the things that we get asked all the time is, how much should I be saving? And while that differs for everybody, a good benchmark is you should try to shoot for 15% into your retirement, not between you and the employer. We're going to talk a little bit about savings effectively. So let's dive into that.
Yeah, so it is a joint effort between the individual employee and their employer. For those plans with a match, meaning they'll put a certain amount in, if you put a certain amount in, you have to take advantage of that. It is a critical part of the retirement planning process.
Yeah, and look, we invite you to join the club. I mean, part of partnering with your employer is also partnering with your future self and putting money in effectively over time. 1% Club helps you do that. So if you're saving 5% right now, shoot for 6% next year, 7% the following year. You do just that, you're on the right track. But maybe you're like me, as Seth said, I'm getting old, and my wife and I, our children are grown, and now we are empty nesters, so we get a chance to put more away, and that helps build the retirement planning even quicker. So, Seth, let's just give them a couple of examples of what we're talking about.
Yeah, so let's look at this graphic here. Our human nature tells us to be like Fred and Patty, right? Set something and forget it. Go about your life. Go about your daily work. What they've done is they've set a certain amount, whether a percentage or a dollar amount. And you can see over time that doesn't put them in as strong of a position as someone who's intentional and strategic about their savings. So when you look at Steve and Irene, and by the way, have you had Irene's cornbread?
Not yet.
It is tremendous. And Irene's also a tremendous retirement saver. She increased her contributions by 1% throughout her career. She was able to land at a very healthy spot in retirement. Steve, on the other hand, stuck with 15% throughout his whole career, committed to it, and you can see how that influenced where they ended up in their retirement planning.
Yeah, good point. The message here is a marathon, not a sprint.
That's right.
Take your time, be consistent, you'll get there.
Thank you so much for being with us today. I hope there was something, at least one thing you can take away from this and apply in your context. Check us out online, myguidestone.org. Check out the app. We also have various professionals here, service professionals, retirement professionals that want to come alongside you to help you finish well. Thank you so much for being with us today.